Dream chasing, no sleep.
It's Money Game Academy again. And guys, today I've been doing my research. I've been here and there, maybe in some of the books. Actually, I've learned this book called Atomic Habits, and this is actually one of the best book that I ever read about individual habits and how to grow yourself in within our with small steps, day by day, or even time as time goes by. So there are many aspects that the author tried to single out or try to come up with, in order that you can at least relate to what he was talking about. And those aspects actually caught my attention, because for me, I never knew that someone can start small, and at the end of the day this thing will be like entirely, or like it will be eternal. For me, actually, I am very impressed with such kind of stories that he came around with. He generated a lot of examples within those ideas that he had. So leave alone that. Let us come back to our mission. And for today, we are going to talk about why most of the people stay broke and how to avoid it. As you can see, this young generation of the maybe the Gen Z or the millennial, some people always make a lot of mistakes, and these mistakes come to haunt them at the end of the day. Like eventually these people will always bite their fingers, regretting on what they did, what they should have done earlier. And for today, before this video ends, we are going to uncover these things step by step, and we see where people come, where people fall short, where people are always falling away of out of the track. So most of the people outside here, like, actually they are, I can say, poor, because the rich are always, like, are always multiplying money each and every day, but the poor are always downgrading. They are always becoming poorer and poorer day by day. And this is actually something that is going to haunt our generation in the coming years. And for us as a young, and as people that we have ambitions and we have goals, we should not fall into this trap. So we're going to uncover these habits that actually makes people broke, and what makes the richer rich. So the first thing is living beyond our means, or living beyond your mean. Okay, you are there always wondering, why am I always ending into debts? Why am I always, like, going on borrowing money here and there? This is because, actually, simple. Is this a simple thing, guy? You're not like accepting yourself. You're not living within your means. You're always like, you want more that actually you can't generate. So by living within your means, you need to avoid debts completely. You need to avoid unnecessary debts. As long as you are okay, you might like want this lavish life that you want to live today, or you want today to go out here and there. That's not the issue. But the right time, right now is not the right time. As long as you want this life, that, okay, you're aspiring to have this lavish life, and you don't have this particular money that you can spend on, consider that as a no, because that's not the right time for you to actually to live such a life. So my friend, my fellow youth, my fellow man, try to always avoid unnecessary debts, and you will start seeing changes in your life. So there's this lack of financial education. Actually, money with discipline, they are two things very, 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 very close. So, like, you need to develop this idea. You need to have always this sense that today I might have maybe $500, but will I have it tomorrow again, or the day after tomorrow, or even 1 week later? So by doing so, you need always to educate yourself. You need always to do research. Like, just don't just focus on making money and not on how you can actually keep that money with you. You might making money, but keeping the money with you for 2, 3, 4, 5 months, or even a year, it might be that difficult for you. So let us always educate ourselves financially. Let us always have that. Okay, let us always know that if I have this and this, if I have this certain amount of money, I'm not going to have it in eternal life. I'm not going to have it in the next 10 years. So what do I have to do with this money? I need first to invest. I need first to do maybe to save, if that's the best option. Or do I need this money? Okay, do I need to put this money somewhere so that I can, at the end of the day, I might be getting some interest? So you must always learn on how to grow your money, on how to keep your wealth with you. That small money that you have, trust me that you can make a lot of it. You can make a lot out of it. So the second thing is bad debt. Bad debt, it doesn't mean that there's there's debt is something that will always be that you always not consider. You may consider the debt, but what are you doing with it? You're going to borrow money for what? For buying brand clothes, for buying the latest version of your watch? No. What you need to have is this mindset. I can have the debt, yes, but actually I'm going to do this and this and this. We did debts. Even there's this author of the book, this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's called Robert Kiyosaki. This guy actually believe in, like, okay, you can have debt, but you can make cash flow out of that. Like, he goes in a certain bank and borrows this and this amount of money and invest in a certain thing, of which he will come eventually pay the debt, but it will have maybe make him some amount of a lot of profit. For example, even Elon Musk, before he bought X, formerly called Twitter, this guy actually didn't have that a lot of the whole amount of money to buy it, but he used debt.
Then Elon Musk offers to buy Twitter, right? He offers to buy it. And then he says, in his offer, he goes, I'm putting up my Tesla stock as collateral. Then I'm like, so you do have it? Then he's like, no, I don't have it. I'm just going to say as collateral. So then they accept the offer. He now buys Twitter. Now that they've accepted his offer, he now goes to private equity and banks and like other rich people and whatever. He goes like, can you guys borrow me the money to buy Twitter? And then he's like, I want to buy Twitter because I don't want to sell any of my Tesla shares. So I want to use your money to buy Twitter. And
in simple terms, I'm trying to say that debts are not that bad, but you should avoid the bad ones. The bad ones is when you borrow money and you go spend on it. Assuming you have maybe your car, you have a Audi, or you have a BMW X6. That's your car, your personal car that you drive daily. So for you, you can choose, okay, these are something that you can go on and maybe acquire a loan from it, because something that is there is seen. You can choose to go and acquire this loan to go and buy another car, of which that's a liability, or you can choose to use this car to acquire a loan, then you open another business, a real estate business, or a business that will bring you cash flow. So actually there are two kind of debts there. There's this debt that you have used to buy another car, and this debt that you have used to invest in a cash flow business or in a cash flow enterprise. So for those two debts, you can find that this one that you have actually bought a liability that is always depend on you and will always need a lot of money for maintenance and fuel and whatever. This actually is a bad debt. But this debt, another debt that you have used to acquire, you have acquired, and you have used to maybe invest in a real estate. You have invested in you have built maybe some 1, 2, 3 like growing business that bring cash flow into your account. That's actually a good debt. So let us always try to avoid this bad debt. Choose to invest in even in small enterprises, small ventures. Just put your money, as long as your money will be growing and will be bringing this interest. Choose to do such investments. So people are always staying broke because they have money, they spend it lavishly, they choose to live a life that is beyond their limit, of which eventually they end up in bad debts. Like this is just like a chain within you. You have money, you spend it, you go and borrow money again. That's a bad debt. Then you spend it, you try to fund your current lavish life that you used to live, and the cycle repeats. And when the cycle repeats, actually that's how you are being a captive. So for today's video, I'll just like you to do me one favor, hit that subscribe button, comment on that, share to a friend or to whoever person we share to, so that we may be able to reach a lot of people. We may be able to reach and change some of their lives, some of the people that actually they are stuck. They don't know what to do. They have this and this, but they don't know how to